People want to know, what is the future of the earth going to be like? What is going to happen with all these trends that are going on, all these changes, and where will we end up? What kind of a world are we going to be giving to the children? What is the next generation going to have to deal with? I think the youth of the world, and even my children, are very interested, and their fate is hanging in the balance. And that's why I'm doing these videos. I'm a parent. I sometimes might not seem like one. I'm not the best one. On YouTube, you don't really show too much of your kids, but it's always in the foundation of what I'm saying, like why I'm facing things like this. Why do I face the future the way I do? Because whatever I leave, whatever effects that I make, that we're going to have and maintain into the future. Whatever those things, the result of my actions is what they're going to inherit as the youth grows up, as the power structure has to shift with this. And actually right now the power structure is shifting into my hands. Me, of all people, of all generations. We're, I don't know, kind of in between. Everybody feels like they're in between. Like what came before was so great and so powerful and controls things now, and yet what do we have? So we're thinking about this world we're creating. Creating is a key principle. We've got to create something. So that's why I've come across, let you know, I'm an artist. I do things with material, and I have vision. A lot of times I have to get back to reality, and the best way to do that is just by seeing things the way they really are and painting that picture. But where are we going to take it? What are we going to do with that landscape? People wonder. People I think want to be a part of this discussion. They want to participate. And I am willing to have everybody participate in this artistic, creative project that I'm doing. A long time ago, when nobody really knew what to do with YouTube, and we were trying things out, I said, let's go with the community model. Let's everybody in the community, and we'll have people represent that and try to say, can we have a little bit of streaming on the movie set? I don't know why I hear this, but that's the way they communicate. Sorry. I hope I don't sound like that sometimes. So the future is looking very bright. That's why I wear these sunglasses. You see me, and it's a little bit mysterious. It's a little bit like not personal or alien or standoffish. I'm standing you off with these. You can't see my eyes. I don't want you to see my eyes. It's too bright. All you looking at me is too bright. Gotta shield my eyes. You're all looking at me. You're all looking at me saying, who's this? He's some kind of a star. He's gonna be the leader now. They didn't like that. They're just blown away by that. And it's not like I'm bragging. I'm just saying, like, we need a visionary team. We need a group that's going in, and that's what Utopia was. We were pioneers, and everybody that did that, you know who you are. You know how incredible of an experience that was. And I remember too. I remember when it was new. I remember when we did it for the first time. We didn't know how far we were going to get, but I said, hold on a second. Take it with a grain of salt. But on the other hand, we're not going to get much support for this. They're not going to do it that way because they're only going to go with the money interests. And what I was doing was not exactly the money interest. I was doing it for money and benefits all across the board for the entire world of YouTube that was about to come surfing in. I wasn't thinking about, what advertiser had to reach everybody and keep selling their goods. I didn't do that. I didn't really have my hand into that pot. You understand? I wasn't one of those guys. I said, just give me a little something to be fair. Be careful, please. He's throwing himself around. He's crazy. He's a stunt man. A little baby stunt man. So there I was. I'm new on the scene, but I've had some experiences. I know what I'm doing. I know Hollywood, believe it or not. I know Wall Street, believe it or not. I know the workings of the national capital, believe it or not. And I know a lot of international places, believe it or not. People can hardly believe it. How could he do it? Where's the money coming from? Hey, I do everything on a very tight budget. And I always have done everything on a really tight budget. And everything that I know, I just want to have a good time. Don't want to hurt nobody. Want to set it up good for my children. I invite my friends. I always have. I said, if we can get together, we should be able to have a good time. We're getting together in cyberspace, and that was the future. That's the future of getting along. Finding out something in common, joining together on it. Hey, that is the revolution here. Getting along, committing to that, communicating. What are we all talking about? Are we creating some history here? Are we doing something new, or are we just following the same old game that they always have done? Is that what YouTube became? Is that the epic fail of Utopia after all? The YouTube land, YouTube planet, YouTube nation, cyber space, online community of social networking, of vlogging, and people sharing videos? Do we just become the same old game? Is that the future? I'm sure you don't want to live in that kind of despair. I'm sure you're not here for that. I'm sure you're saying, no, guy with the glasses on, mystery, that's not what we came here for. No, it's a lot more than that. We're supposed to win. I want a win-win situation. I want that now. And I want the future to be bright. Why do I say that? Why am I not? Because of this. Because of this. Because of this. Now he's got to be a good boy. I teach morals. I teach the golden rule. I teach principles. I say to everybody, whatever age they are, these are the things that we've got to take and build the future foundation on. The foundation for what we're going to have needs to be putting the nuts and bolts together properly. Put everything together properly, piecing it together, using every kind of material, every tool that we need, the basic tools, and just whatever we have to do, and build it so that it's going to be a good creation, a good construction, something that'll last, it'll remain, it'll function, not like the sinking Titanic ship that you guys want to keep pushing in front of my face. Don't do that. I don't want to see that. I want to see the new. So for this year, this phase that we're going into, 2012 is ending. We just had Rosh Hashanah. We just had Yom Kippur. We just had the earthly, global, pagan equinox that comes. There's a solstice, then the equinox, and that's when the autumn begins. And then you're coming up to the winter solstice. So the phase that we're in now is the equinox. When you go into this, every 3 months it changes. Going into this equinox, it's the beginning. So I'm looking at these next few months and I'm saying that we're going to lay the groundwork for this. I've got the children in mind. The children are helping with it, and I need your support, even if it's just your moral support, your emotional support. I'm also going to be doing a fundraiser. Yeah, we need a little bit of money. Yeah, because I've spent like $50,000 on this, and I'm broke. Yeah, this is e-begging time coming up. So that'll be part 2, e-begging. But this here is the rally cry that I do. This is where I just hope that you've listened, and I appreciate all of you for supporting the project and knowing how much we need this. And looking at this in the future, you may watch and say, wow, that was monumental. Somebody had to do that. Somebody had to say that.